Imagine this. A 7-year-old is told by his parents that he'll need to save for 3 more weeks before he can get the toy he wants. The lesson is clear: patience, saving, and the satisfaction that comes from waiting. But then, after a weekend with his grandparents, he comes home with the toy in hand, already half-assembled and unwrapped. No one in this story is the villain. The grandparents gave out of love. The child, naturally, found the easiest path to what he wanted. But something subtle and important was lost. Not the toy itself, but the lesson behind the wait. This is the paradox at the heart of the Grandparent Factor. The people who can be a child's greatest source of wisdom and warmth can also, without meaning to, quietly unravel the values parents are working so hard to build. Grandparents are often seen as the sweet side of family life, the ones who spoil, indulge, and offer a break from the rules. But research tells a different story. 9 out of 10 adults say their grandparents shaped their values and behavior in a significant way. That's not just about family recipes or bedtime stories. It's about the way money is handled, the stories told about saving and spending, and the small, everyday choices that add up to a child's understanding of what matters. In fact, nearly a third of adults say it was their grandparents, not their parents, who taught them the most about money. These lessons aren't always formal. They happen at the dinner table, in the grocery store, or through a casual comment about what something costs. Grandparents are running a curriculum with no syllabus, and the lessons are absorbed whether anyone realizes it or not. So the question isn't whether grandparents influence their grandchildren. They do. The real question is what kind of influence they choose to have. The same loving impulse that leads to generosity can also send the message that rules are flexible, that no is just a temporary obstacle, and that love is best shown through gifts. Why do grandparents indulge? It's not a flaw. Many are making up for the time and patience they didn't always have as parents. Others are keenly aware that their years with young grandchildren are limited and they want to make the most of every moment. But when generosity turns into inconsistency, there's a hidden cost. Almost half of parents have asked grandparents to stick to family rules, but less than half of those grandparents actually do. This isn't just about family harmony. It's about how a child's brain develops. When a child learns that a rule, like waiting 3 weeks for a toy, can be bypassed by visiting grandma or grandpa, the lesson about patience and effort loses its meaning. Instead of learning flexibility, the child learns to find the adult most likely to say yes. The message becomes, rules are negotiable, and persistence means finding the right loophole. But here's the good news. Grandparents have a unique advantage. They aren't caught up in the daily grind of parenting. They have time, unhurried, pressure-free time, to talk, to listen, and to share stories. These are the moments when values are truly absorbed. Grandparents also have the authority of lived experience. They remember saving for something special, or the pride that comes from earning a reward. Their stories aren't just nostalgia. They're proof that effort and patience matter. Research even shows that grandparents can act as mentors, helping children build resilience and emotional strength. Because they aren't the daily disciplinarians, their words can land differently. A conversation with a grandparent can feel like a confidence, not a lecture. So how can families turn this influence into an advantage? It starts with collaboration. For grandparents, the most powerful thing they can do is support the boundaries parents set. Before giving a gift, ask the parents if there's something they'd prefer you not buy, or if there's a goal you could help support instead. When you back up a parent's "not yet," you're giving the child a sense of consistency and reliability, the foundation for real patience. Another idea: match the child's effort. If your grandchild is saving up for something, offer to match what they've saved instead of buying the item outright. This way, your generosity accelerates the reward but doesn't erase the lesson. And don't underestimate the power of your own stories. Share memories of things you worked for, things you wanted but didn't get, or sacrifices you made for something more important. These stories are priceless, and they stick with children far longer than any toy. For parents, bring grandparents into the bigger picture. Don't just hand them a list of rules, share the reasons behind your approach. Explain why you're teaching your child to wait, or why you use a saving system. When grandparents understand the why, they're more likely to support the how. Invite grandparents to play a constructive role. Ask them to match savings, take your child shopping with a small budget, or share their own experiences with money. These activities channel generosity in a way that reinforces your family's values. And when conflicts do arise, address them early and without blame. Focus on the child's development, not on what the grandparent did wrong. Acknowledge what grandparents do well and let them know how much their support means. Ultimately, the legacy that matters most isn't the gifts or the treats. It's the example set by a grandparent who shows through their actions and stories that the best things in life require patience, effort, and intention. That's the inheritance that lasts a lifetime. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And don't miss many others' videos concerning raising value-driven children in a material world. Together, we can build a brighter future for the next generation.